Hello, today I am presenting my project, World's Advisor Ever. Most AI apps are designed to be helpful, accurate, and responsible. I wanted to do something that immediately stands out, so I flipped that idea completely. Instead of building an AI that gives the best advice, I built one that gives the worst advice possible in a funny, sarcastic, and dramatic way. So the concept is simple. A user asks a normal question and the app responds with intentionally typed advice. But the key is that it does this in a very short, entertaining, meme style format so the experience feels playful, fast, and memorable. For example, if someone asks, how do I prepare for an interview? Instead of getting useful career advice, the app might say something like, easy peasy, just show up in a chicken suit and do the charger slide. It's a proven strategy to blow the interviewer's mind. Trust me, it's a real club to success story. So the humor comes from the AI sounding extremely confident while being completely wrong. What makes this project interesting is that it is not random text generation. I designed it with a specific personality, chaotic, sarcastic, confidently wrong, and unpredictable. The answers are intentionally short, usually one or two lines, because that makes them more punchy and more fun enough. Another feature is that the app becomes most about it. When the same user keeps asking questions. So the first bad answer is ready, but after repeated prompts, the tone becomes even more dramatic and unhinged. That gives the sense of progression and personality instead of feeling flat. Like forget researching the company, just wear a chicken costume and confidently collect your way to the top. Trust me, it's a proven strategy. From a technical side, the app is built using Streamlit for the interface and Groq API for text generation. I use prompt engineering to control the behavior of the model right active. The system prompt tells the AI exactly what character it should say, what tone to use, and how long the answer should be, and what kind of response style it should maintain. I also added a fallback system, so if the API is unavailable, the app still works using a built-in local response generator. And that means the project remains reliable even if there are network or API issues. I also thought about safety. Since this app is intentionally designed to give bad advice, I made sure it doesn't joke irresponsibly about serious topics like self-harm, violence, medical issues, legal problems, or financial emergencies. In those cases, the app refuses in character or tells the users to ask a real professional question. So the project is fun but still controlled. So you can see clean interface, the question box, and the button to generate the worst advice. Now I enter a normal question, for example, um, how do I become more productive tomorrow? The app generates a response that sounds confident, dramatic, and completely useless. Like I am clicking on generating worst advice. It suggests to me clearly the answers to your chicken soup to work and per loudly every time you complete a task. It's a game changer. Somehow you made this a sequel, so the advice call. Then I asked another question maybe how should I apologize after being late? Again, it gives a terrible answer, but in a unique way. I just burst into a choreographed dance routine and shout, I'm sorry at the top of your lungs while handing them a live chicken as a piece of it. We are now in characters nonsense territory. Then I keep asking more questions and now that starts accelerating the job. So the joke evolves as the instruction continues. This is important because it makes I feel like a one-time gimmick and more like a character-driven experience. And what I like most about this project is that it takes a familiar AI interaction pattern and turns it upside down. Usually we ask how can AI help people. Here I explored what happens if we intentionally make AI hilariously unhelpful. So that twist makes the project memorable, funny, and easy for people to immediately understand. Like also you can see the history of questions you had asked, and you can also clear the previous history. And in the setup, you also can see the Groq API model like Llama, DeepSeek, and environmental variable. Like you can set up Groq API too. And you can also click on random prompt, so it gives you a random prompt like how should I apologize, how do I impress my project mentor, and clicking on generate worst advice. Like clearly the key to impressing your mentors is your of pressure, chicken and cleaner, embracing your inner actions. Trust me, it's a good strategy. And you can also see recent jobs, and here are you also can see your quick prompts mode, jobs week or worst advice ever. And also you can click on surprise me. So your question changes. And you also can reset button. So all this result and you can also start thinking. And for a safety note, this app only does serious topics like medical, legal, financial bias, or self-harm that a refusal instead of jerk advice. So, in terms of learning, this project helped me understand how to shape model behavior with prompt engineering, how to create a strong AI personality, how to build a clean interactive app with a Streamlit, and how to balance humor with safety control. Worst advisor ever is a comedy AI. It flips the purpose of artificial intelligence from helpful to hilariously used. I use Groq API and prompt engineering to create an AI character that is intentionally wrong, dramatically confident, and entertaining to interact with. So all of this about my worst advisor app. Thank you.